Good morning students. In today's video lecture, I will discuss about clauses, structure of sentences, function and uses. Alright, now first of all let me introduce what a clause is. The group of words which has a subject and predicate of its own but forms a part of sentence is called a clause. For instance, I do not know where he lives. Second example is, those whom the gods love die young. Third example is, this is the boy who met me yesterday. Fourth example is, I do not know what she likes. So students, we see here that in all the above sentences, in each part there is subject and predicate and is called a clause. In the first example, I do not know, and in the second sentence, those die young, and in the third sentence, this is the boy, and in fourth example, I do not know. All these parts of sentences make a complete sense and are called principal clause or independent clause as they stand by themselves. Alright? And the parts of sentences where he lives in example first, whom the gods love in example second, who met me yesterday in example third, and what she likes in example fourth are dependent upon main clause, so they are called subordinate clause. Is it clear to you? Alright. Now let's talk about the kinds of clauses. There are two kinds of clauses. Number one, principal clause, and number two, subordinate clause. Let me explain what is principal clause and what is subordinate clause. Alright. So a principal clause in a sentence stands by itself and subordinate clause depends on the principal clause. Okay. Now let's talk about coordinate clauses. In coordinate clause, there is subject and predicate in each part of sentences, but each part or clause does not depend on the other in order to make a complete sense. So we can say that coordinate clause has equal status with main clause. Okay? And what about subordinate clause? Subordinate clause is dependent on main or principal clause. Alright. Now students, you should keep in mind that coordinate clauses are introduced by coordinating conjunctions like as, and, but, so, or, otherwise, etc. And subordinate clauses are introduced by subordinate conjunctions such as, because, since, then, though, if, that, etc. or relative pronouns and relative adverbs such as when, which, where, who, that, etc. Alright, now let's see the examples. I hope that you are innocent. In this sentence, I hope is principal clause and that you are innocent is subordinate clause. Now let's see the structure of sentences. Here I will discuss about simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. Okay. Now first of all, let us discuss about simple sentence. A simple sentence contains one subject and one verb in predicate part. For example, the earth moves around the sun. Second example, Ashok was a great king. Now students, you can see here in sentence first and in sentence second there is no subordinate clause. So we can say simple sentence consists only principal clause and in each of the above sentences has only one finite verb. Alright. Now let's talk about compound sentences. Compound sentences have more than one main clauses. These are joined by coordinating conjunctions or connectors as, and, but, yet, still, so, therefore, or, otherwise, neither nor, not only but also. These are also called coordinating clauses. Now let's see the examples. He worked hard and passed the examination. Second example is, you should give up tobacco or you will suffer from serious disease. So students, you see here that in the above sentences, main or principal clauses are joined by coordinating conjunctions, and the coordinating conjunctions used here and or show equal status and are called coordinate clauses. Alright. In some cases, while joining two clauses, subject in the second clause is omitted to avoid repetition. For example, my friend neither works himself nor lets others work. Here in this sentence, my friend neither works himself nor lets others work. You just see the second part, lets others work. The subject has been omitted in order to avoid repetition. Now students, you should also know that in compound sentences, there may be more than two independent clauses. For example, men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. In this sentence, you can see there are more than two independent clauses. Okay. Now let's see what a complex sentence is. A complex sentence has one main clause and one or more subordinate or dependent clauses. Let's see the examples. We know that the earth moves around the sun. Second example is, what my teacher says is quite true. Here in these sentences, that the earth moves around the sun and what the teacher says are subordinate clauses. In example first, we know, and in example second, is quite true are principal clauses. So students, please keep in mind that a complex sentence has more than one subordinate clauses. For example, we all know that God helps those who help themselves. In this sentence, there are two subordinate clauses. One is that God helps those, and second one is who help themselves. Alright. Now students, I conclude here my today's video lecture. I have tried to explain the topic and I hope all your doubts regarding the topic would have been clear. So thanks for watching. Wish you all the best.